Value what? Value who? Well, how do I know when I'm bringing enough value? Value. Value. What a word, right? When it comes to value, I think I have a lot to say. So I think about my skills and what I bring to any company when I think about value. I think about the classes I've taken. I'm thinking about the different trainings. I think about all those things. What should you think about? Well, first, start with your personal value. What do you automatically bring to an organization or as an entrepreneur? I'll give you a second. Thought about it yet? Okay, so when it comes to personal value, those are the things that are innate. They're automatically in you, you know? So let's say one of your valuable pieces that you bring is a sense of humor. It's good to have that at a company sometimes, you know. I know you all are laughing at me, but a sense of humor is needed. Everything shouldn't always be so hardcore and so serious all the time. Laugh sometime, right? Now that is some great value to add to any company. Okay, so I was talking about personal value. So things that are innate, that's already within you, that you know, without a doubt, it comes out of you. You add it to wherever you go. One other thing I would say is look at your strengths and look at your weaknesses. What do you excel in? You hear that all the time, right? In interviews. What is it that you do so well? Or something that you do so well you wouldn't even get paid for it? Or, you know, you hear it all the time. You know what I mean. Weaknesses. What are some of the weaknesses that you need to work on? I know there are some that I have to work on. I continue to work on. Whew. But I don't dwell on them. Because if I dwell on them, then I might just get a little sad, and I'm not trying to go there. So I get in classes. I do the work. I take trainings. I try to add as much value as I can to get stronger. It's like a mental toughness and physically at the same time. So those are two of the things that I think you should just take a look at. Okay, so we talked about those two. Now let's talk about professional development and growth and mindset. So when it comes to professional development, and I was talking to you all about trainings and all those different things, I remember going to one training one time before. It was in Alexandria, Virginia, and it was at the SHRM office down there. And so it was on creating a culture of excellence, right? I really enjoyed it. I mean, the speaker or facilitator at the time was really good, and he got us so involved. And whatever I learned there in the groups that we were in, because we had those opportunities to get in groups and talk about how we're feeling and what we come across from day to day. And you find out that you're not in it by yourself. So what I learned there is a lot of time when we feel like we're just, you know, in this one thing all by ourselves, it's not exactly that. You learn and you grow from other people that are there. So I found that out. Then I learned a little bit more about unconscious bias, right? So that training taught me that. I took that information back to my company. I then implemented it there. I talked about what I learned. And then I gave them the opportunity to talk to me and tell me how they were feeling. Guess what I heard? Guess what the feedback was? I didn't know I was doing that. I didn't know that was unconscious bias. You just don't know what you don't know, right? So that was a training time where I just felt like I grew in that area, and having that self-reflection and then talking with the team, and wow, it was good all the way around, because I continue to take that information with me to other companies. So professional development, wow, get into it. at growth and mindset. Now, I'm going to have a whole video on growth and mindset a little bit later. So I'm not going to really dig too deep into growth and mindset right now, but with growth and mindset, it's all about renewing your mind. It's all about learning and growing and connecting with people. All of that. It's very important. So remember those 4 things. I'm going to list them here. Okay. So now I want you to remember this word, rate. R, reflect. A, analyze. T, train. And E, explore. All right. So when we're reflecting on ourselves. We're thinking about, again, what we bring to the table, to a platform, to the job, to the company, whatever it is. That's what we are reflecting upon. A, we're analyzing. We're analyzing the company, the mission, the vision, all of that, so we can make sure that we align whatever the vision or mission is, right? All right, T, train. So we're going to train. We're going to make sure that we are equipped with whatever tools that we need to make sure that we get the job done, right? And then E, explore. We're going to connect with others. We're going to partner. We're going to make sure that we're all on the same page. Alignment is needed, right? So remember that acronym, RATE, okay? Very important. Go back over it, listen to it again, get it in your mind, because as leaders, we also need to know these things, okay? All right. So, did you know with value, you are creating your own path? Yes, you are taking a toolbox. You're putting all the tools in this toolbox, accumulating as much as you can, so that later on, wherever you are in life, you can go in that toolbox, pull out whatever tool you need, and utilize it. It's there for growth. It's there for whatever thing that you need to do. You're creating your own path. Again, as an entrepreneur, as someone who is a teacher, professor of some sort, a judge or a construction worker, you're gaining all of those tools to use later on down the line. So continue to grow, continue to gain tools, continue to pour into yourself so that you can employ those gifts into whatever venue you end up being in. Okay? Value. What a word. Let's talk about it. I'm going to pick somebody in the comments to highlight for the next week. So make sure you leave some great comments. If you have questions as well, leave that in the comments. Maybe we could talk about it. Or if you have suggestions, I would love that too. Talk soon.